You have a hard time getting
No.
Is your private parts a little drier than usual?
Yeah, kind of.
Well, you're not alone. And I also experience similar problems. I'm Matt.
I guess I'm Anthony.
And this is the Bad Posture Podcast, where we don't talk about any of those things. So I hope you enjoy it while Anthony deep throats his microphone.
Yeah.
All right, so he was talking to Dr. Hart.
Dr. Kevin Hart.
Yeah. So he's talking to him, and I guess he came up with a book. So it's like called like "Do Drugs Like an Adult" or something like that. It's basically he's a big is proponent the right word? No, it's not the right word. Big
Poser.
Let's just say this. He believes that all drugs should be legal.
Yeah.
Like he's very big on legalize all drugs. And he doesn't necessarily believe in addiction.
How so?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence. I was super high listening to him last night, but so I was like, I don't know. Like he was kind of convincing me, and then at other times I was like, I don't know. But basically, he was saying you don't have a drug problem. You have a regular problem that you're masking with your drug use.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not the drug that's the problem. It's the reason you're using the drug.
Right.
It's what you're hiding from with the drug.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So Yeah, so that. But that was the other thing is so I guess he was talking about overdose. We were talking about to get back to the fake coroners like pronouncing deaths the easiest way possible, like with COVID. I believe that they're just like, it's COVID. You know what I mean? Right. Well, with drugs, a lot of times there's like, it's a drug overdose. He said he got a call from a woman. He got her son overdosed, quote unquote overdosed. And he looked at the toxicology report, and he's like, he was 5 times lower than what he should have been to be considered an overdose. He just had the drugs in his system when he died. He had cocaine and heroin in his system, or fentanyl, actually. Cocaine and fentanyl in his system. But those were like his drugs of choice, and he used them all the time. He was an addict, for lack of a better term, right? But he was saying he's like, the amount of drugs for the extensive use that he has had in the past, that shouldn't have killed him. So he thinks there was another medical problem, but they just automatically see, junkie, kid, let's push this narrative. Oh, the drugs killed him. Like, he's like, they should have
what would they put in the obituary?
I don't know. I mean, the cause of death was drugs.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, they don't say that in obituaries unless they're trying to make a point. So they usually say something like heart failure.
Family normally writes obituaries though. Right. You can write your own obituary. Like you can write an obituary now, and then you can just put it in your will, and just whenever you die,
Bro, you want to write each other's obituaries right now?
Not right now.
Not right now.
Not this second. But but yeah, so I don't know. I think that's a big thing across the board in general. Like, I mean, I work at a funeral home, and we've had, before COVID, we've had doctors just sign off that it was a heart attack or heart something, or like if they had a pre-existing condition, they don't even do the examination really. They're just like, oh, this is what it was, because they had pre-existing conditions of heart problems. Right. So they're like, it's a heart thing. You know what I mean? It's just the easy way to just write something off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it also pushes a narrative like the doctor. Well, yeah, right. But it also pushes in the COVID and the drug side of things. It pushes the narrative that, oh my God, there's so many deaths. That's why we have a huge problem with drugs. We have a huge problem with COVID deaths. We have a huge whatever. You know what I mean? Because they just take the easy. Oh, okay. This is they used drugs. Like they had drugs in their system when they died, drug overdose. Oh, they had COVID when they died, COVID death. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I think the numbers are just off on everything in general. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just my fucking dumbass opinion. You know what I mean? I'm just.
Yo, what's today's date?
The 15th.
The fucking 15th? Why do you got your Christmas tree up? People are going to get the wrong idea here, bro.
Yeah, bro. It's
they're going to think we recorded this December 4th or some shit.
Well, I do keep my Christmas tree up to at least the 7th.
July? Okay.
No, not July. It'll be down. I promise it'll be down before July. It might not be down before April though.
That's so weird.
Yeah, I'll probably take it down, to be honest. I'm getting a bearded dragon in April, probably.
Oh, really? Are you putting it back there? Is that where it's going?
Yeah, it's going to be back there, yeah.
Yo, did you check out that fucking sailfin dragon?
No.
I sent you a picture of a black sailfin dragon. Yo, that shit is crazy looking. That dragons exist. Like
dragons exist.
Yeah, that for sure. Like that's.
When did you send it? Like how long ago?
I don't even know. Just look up fucking black sailfin dragon. I think it's just an iguana, but it's different looking. It looks like a fucking dragon. Like you ever see How to Train a Dragon?
Yeah. Oh, dude, there's a purple like one. This one fire, bro.
They're fucking crazy looking, man.
Yeah, I mean, sorry, I it's not on my computer, so I can't. But this one's fucking purple. It's too bright. But that shit's fire. Actually, I don't want nothing that big though, man. To be honest with you.
Yeah,
I'd be down to get one, but I just don't want something that big. A bearded dragon. I mean, they get a decent size. They can get up to like 2 feet. Like a male can get like 2 feet long.
Yeah, I'm just bored with bearded dragons.
I like them, bro. I've always wanted a bearded dragon, like almost my whole life, bro. I've always wanted one. So now I'm obviously like an adult, and I don't have to ask my mom to get me one. You know what I mean?
I've always had weird animals. You remember when I had a giant black millipede?
I don't know if I remember the millipede, to be honest. I don't think I was.
That fucker would come up my arm and shit. It was fucking huge. He was like that thick.
Yeah, I don't know if I care for bugs really.
One day
I don't care for spiders either.
Opened the lid. He opened the fucking lid.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
And got out, and my mom found him in a corner under a towel.
Fuck that.
Yeah, man.
Fuck that.
Crazy. My mom's found some crazy animals throughout the house because of us.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like spiders, I'm not crazy about spiders. Like I don't care to have a tarantula.
I think about getting a what is it? Japanese forest scorpion or some shit.
A scorpion, I could probably deal with a scorpion. But here's my thing: is like, do people handle scorpions? Like, do you hang out with them and shit?
Yeah.
All 100%.
Right. My dad's friend Peachy used to have a scorpion that would sit on top of his speaker, and he would listen to music, and he would just.
That's kind of fire. That's kind of dope, man.
And he was he was a big black one, and then he had a bunch of little clear white ones.
Oh, really?
And yeah, those fuckers looked amazing under a black light.
I bet. Yeah. I mean, like, I want something that looks dope and that I can handle. Like, that's why I thought about frogs, like getting a frog.
Nah.
But like, frogs are just boring. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, I don't want to hold a frog. They're fucking weird.
Right.
But yeah, I think lizards are dope. I thought about getting a gecko. Like, what are those called? A leopard gecko.
Okay. I thought about
getting a leopard gecko or what is it? A blue tongue skink.
Okay.
They're pretty fire too. But I don't know. I've always wanted.
That's right. I'd like one of those.
Yeah, I've just always wanted a bearded dragon, so I figure I'll get a bearded dragon.
Yeah.
I'm still in the debate with myself. This is weird. I'm debating with myself, but I'm unsure if I want to go bioactive or not.
I don't even know what that means.
So bioactive is like a fully thriving ecosystem.
Okay, yeah. That's gonna be a bitch to clean.
Right. Well, it technically it kind of cleans itself because you put bugs and that's my thing. Like I have a small room here and I'm worried about smell.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people, they don't even put substrate down. Like the research I've done, a lot of people prefer tile. So they get tile and they put tile down.
Yeah.
So I might go that route because that's super easy. It's tile. It's like cleaning your fucking floor. You know what I mean? You just take the stuff like the decorations out and just spray it down, wipe it off. Right. Good to go. You know what I mean? Clean. The bioactive, it looks way fucking cooler.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's super cool. Yeah. But I don't know if I want to go bioactive with a bearded dragon. If I get like a more rainforest type of animal, like a reptile, I really want to get a snake. I've always wanted a snake too, but Shara that's where Shara draws the line. She hates snakes, man.
Really?
Yeah, it sucks, man.
I like corn snakes.
Yeah, I'd like to get like a fucking ball python or something. One. I want a gator too. I want, like, you ever seen them fucking gators? But they get big as fuck.
Look,
like everyone thinks like, oh, they're cute little gators.
I had a friend in Ohio that had a gator, and it was like this big when I was out there, and we'd like walk it around the block and shit. He had it on a ferret leash. Yeah,
people do that with their bearded dragons too. Actually, they put them on leashes.
Yeah,
and walk their beard. I don't plan on doing that.
You have to take that fucker out, man.
Oh, 100%. You got to socialize it. You gotta hang out with it and shit.
And then I don't know. Last I heard, they had it in a fucking bathtub. It was just getting too fucking crazy.
Well, on the snake side of things, that's why Florida has all types of fucking crazy snakes in Florida that aren't native to Florida, because you get these crazy motherfuckers with like, I want this crazy exotic fucking pet. And next thing you know, you got fucking anacondas living in fucking Florida. You know what I mean? Where they're not native at all. You know what I mean? They're eating every fucking thing. That's why the Florida ecosystem's fucked right now because of like all the invasive species, and most of them come from being someone's pet.
Yeah,
and you know what I mean? They got out, or they just like, fuck it, let it go.
They have a real bad bufo frog, or toad problem.
Yeah.
And we're getting them up here. And like I had to like spray the yard and shit.
Yeah, they're poisonous, aren't they?
Some weird shit. Yeah, my dog fucking just bit into one and just started foaming at the mouth.
Are they? Yeah. What's the frogs that you trip on? Which one's that? The one that makes DMT that you like?
It is a bufo toad, but it's a bufo something or other.
Yeah, they're I don't know. They're native to Arizona or whatever, right?
Right. Yeah, they're like pretty similar, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy how people in that pharmacopoeia.
Yeah. I actually watched. Did I send that to you or no?
Yeah.
That was dope.
He fucked up last season.
Yeah, well, I respect him a lot, man, because he admits, like, he just wants to put out the truth. You know what I mean? And then he found out that what he put out previously was not the truth, so he made a whole new episode with the truth. You know what I mean? Right. Like he's not just pushing like, psychedelics are great. You know what I mean? He's like, this is just the facts that I have. You know what I mean? And they just happen to be great too. That
new pamphlet that they put out, they show you how to make it, how to extract it, or not how to extract it, how to synthesize it.
Yeah, well, because they're trying to really push synthesizing it, because it's actually it's fucking the species up. They're being over milked essentially.
There was the one guy. He's like, well, what about the spirit of the frog? Doesn't that have something to do with it?
It's a mental thing, man.
And it's like, yo, you're fucking putting this frog through stress. Don't you think that has something to do with it?
Yeah. Well,
you know,
I think people just like it's from nature aspect. That's why like a lot of people are like, oh, I'll never do acid, but they're down to eat mushrooms because it's natural. You know what I mean? It's a natural thing. But LSD is synthesized. You know what I mean? Like it's made in a lab.
Yeah.
So that's why people are like, oh, I don't want it. That's man-made. I'm scared of it. You know what I mean? I feel like that's part of the whole.
The Salem witch trials had a lot to do with argot, right?
I believe so. Yeah. Because it was in the. I think it was like in their like in the bread, like in the flour and bread and stuff, and it was making people trip the fuck out. But now all the LSD, like you're not finding anyone that's pulling it from plants. It's all synthesized pretty much. Like that's what you're getting is a man-made drug, which is fine.
I think not opposed. Still takes on interns and shit. Or apprentices.
I'm not opposed to man-made drugs as long as they're made by a professional. Probably. You know what I mean?
Using some fucking paint thinner.
I mean, I'm cool if it works. I'm cool with like backyard chemists Like there's some dope ass
don't
backyard
go to no
chemists.
fucking grocery store. Like order the proper chemicals. Like
right.
2021, you can order it from anywhere.
But that's the crazy thing about like cocaine and heroin, man. These motherfuckers are like cutting it with like they're stripping the plant the craziest way, man. Like gasoline and fucking. I think some of them put like fucking cement mix in it and shit, dude. Yeah. Like it's like fuck me, dude. Like
what the fuck does a cement mix do? I want to know.
I think it's something with the acetone or something. Like there's a chemical in cement that's like a acid that strips things. Yeah. It can actually burn you. Like actually, if you mix it weird, you can actually get like it'll fuck your skin up.
You see that documentary on Netflix, Crack?
No, I haven't. No.
Oh, that shit's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll watch
it's crazy that
I like watching stuff like that. I love drugs, dude.
I know.
I love documentaries on drugs. I've read a lot of books on drugs.
It's good to know. Like,
it just interests
knowledge,
me. It just interests the shit out of me.
I think there's a proper way to do drugs. My grandmother always taught me, she's like, I know you're going to experiment. She's like, moderation.
Well, the fuck was that? What just disconnected? Yeah, what disconnected? That was like something disconnected.
I can hear you. I can see you.
Yeah, it's fine. But yes, fucking yeah. Well, that's kind of like what back to that doctor that was on Joe Rogan. That's basically he wrote a whole book like be a responsible drug user.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like being it like
what the fuck, bro? Someone's hacking your shit.
Hold on, I'm getting like notifications.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever. We're fine. But no, yeah. Basically, like his big thing is like if you're an adult, that's why it's called for adults. Like if you are good with your responsibilities, you know what I mean? Like, then yeah, feel free, use drugs. Like there's no difference in like if he's like if I want to shoot heroin at night, or no, he don't shoot it, he snorts it, but he's like if I want to snort heroin instead of having a beer, you know what I mean? Like if at night, then what's wrong with it? He's like the problem is overuse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he's like I've snorted heroin he's like I guess he actually purposely got addicted to heroin just to prove a point and then withdraw just to prove the point. Like it's not as bad as people make it seem.
Right.
And so he actually like he said it for like he only did it for like 3 weeks. I think he said. I think he basically went hard on heroin for like 3 weeks and then withdraw like cold turkey did. But he's like that's also a thing. He's like you got to wean yourself off of these things.
Don't you like puke every time you do fucking heroin?
I don't know.
Pretty much.
I've never done it.
Pretty much every fucking time.
I've never done it. I think
I've been around it.
Yeah, but so that's his other argument too. Is like that's why he wants it legal because then it's you know what you're getting. Like with perfect example marijuana now. Like like if you go to a dispensary, there's
not laced with PCP.
Right, or you just know and you know the contents of it. Like okay, this is a strong ass bud. Like you know what I mean. Like this is like a high percentage THC. This has more. This is more CBD. This is whatever. You know what I mean. Like so that if you do that with heroin, you'd be like okay, this is pure heroin or this has this in it or you know what I mean, whatever, or cocaine or whatever the fuck you're into. You know what I mean? You want to get the best of the best. And that's his big thing too. He's like, I don't go on the street and buy heroin. He's like, all the heroin I've ever done came from Afghanistan. He's like, it comes from Afghanistan. He's like, that's where I get my heroin from. And he's like, I don't buy it. Someone buys it for me and gives it to me. He's like, because I'm a doctor. You know what I mean? He's like, it's weird. Like, he's like, that's the only downfall about me wanting to do drugs. Like people want to give them to me, which is nice. But at the same time, like I only trust certain people and I can't like, he's like, how would it look? I'm a fucking doctor. I get pulled over copping fucking drugs on the street. You know what I mean? Like I get busted buying drugs. So, but yeah, it was interesting, man. It was a pretty good podcast, to be honest with you. Like I said, some of the things had me like, I don't know if I fully believe what you're saying there, but yeah, he hates Dr. Drew though. Holy fuck, dude. He went in on Dr. Drew, man. He's like, he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, don't you think?
He was like, he knows nothing about drugs.
Yeah, don't you think?
No,
I got that impression from him too, man.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying he was
just a star.
Yeah, well, Celebrity Rehab's what really made Dr. Yeah. And that was the dude's thing he was saying. He's like, if you think about it, if you know anything about treatment, you know that's the wrong thing. Take a bunch of famous people and make them do it on TV, Like that's gonna fuck up your mind. Like that's gonna fuck you up. Then you after the show's over, you go on Twitter and everyone's talking shit about you, and then you're gonna be even more depressed and you're gonna want to do drugs even more. Like he's like, it's not the way to get off. If you want to fix your life, that's not the way to do it. You don't do it publicly. If you're in the public eye, you know what I mean? You kind of do it on your own time. But he's like, that's why he don't fight with it. He was like fucking, like it made him upset. Like he was like pretty chill the whole interview, and then Dr. Drew got brought up and he got mad. He's like, fuck that guy. It was funny, man. But I think Dr. Drew, I mean, I don't know, Dr. Drew Fox, dude. So I'm team Dr. Drew, you know what I mean?
I mean, you know, I listen to him. I watch some of his episodes. I mean, mostly when he's with
Christina.
Yeah, because she's fucking funny. Like,
yeah, she's a nut, funny. Dude. I mean, I don't deny that he's a doctor. I mean, he's 100% a doctor. You know what I mean? Like, he's legitimate, but he's a celebrity doctor. Like, he's a he's not a doctor for celebrities. He's a celebrity that's a doctor, essentially.
Right.
Like, that's why I don't really fuck with like Dr. Phil, all these fucking famous
Dr.
celebrity. Right. Yeah. Fuck them, dude. They're just, you know what I mean? Fuck those guys. Fuck all of them for real. Cause I mean, you're just exploiting your thing to be famous. You know what I mean? I'd rather you just be nobody like me and you and talk about things that you know nothing about. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what I like to hear. I like to hear people that act like they know things, but they really know nothing.
Yeah. You know what? Speaking of, I don't know what this podcast is. Maybe our viewers can help us, but people are asking about the podcast and like chat rooms and shit. And I don't know what to tell them. So,
okay, so what are they asking? Maybe our viewers can answer them.
Like what it's about, you know, if we're plan on having guests, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
kind of guests.
So I can answer kinda. I would like to have guests. I can answer that. I would like to have guests. I don't know what type of guests yet. I would like weird guests though. I don't want like standard guests necessarily.
Right.
Like, I mean, I'm down with having like, I mean, obviously like regular people on too, but I kind of want to get like crackheads and shit on and like,
yeah, you were talking about that the one day.
Yeah. Like weird things or like find like a prostitute or something. You know what I mean? Like someone that's like a sex worker.
Crackhead Pete's still alive?
I don't know, actually. I would love to have him on, dude. He probably don't even remember me, and I doubt he lives in the same spot.
Right. I hate her. Bye, hate her.
Yeah. Yeah, man. If you could break out the shirt again, cut off. Fucking belly
Did you
shirt.
see that video of Bling Bling I sent you?
Yeah, bro. That shit made my day, bro.
Oh, brought back memories. Yeah, watching this fucking crack documentary, listening to Bling Bling.
Hell yeah,
man,
dude.
It was bringing back childhood memories.
You had a great childhood. Just crack and crackheads.
Honestly, I was fucking desensitized to that shit. I didn't realize.
No, yeah, no, I agree with you, man. Like,
I'd walk into the apartment, some dudes snoring coke, smoking crack. They're like, "Oh, that's what's his name's boy." Let him.
Yeah, I remember. I remember skipping when I went to Brentwood. I remember skipping school and going to hang out with Jimmy P, and we would go to Carrick, and he was old enough to buy us 40s. So we would take, it was like $1.75 for a 40. I would get a 40. I'd give him the $1.75 for the 40. And then we would go down the street from the bar, and there was this apartment of a crackhead, and we would smoke weed in the apartment. And the one time I remember I went to go hand him the blunt, like pass the blunt to the crackhead, and Jimmy was like, no, give him the roach, man. Give it to him. He's like, he got crack all over his fucking lips. I don't want that shit on the blunt. You know what I mean? Like, but I was like, oh yeah, good point. I was like, fuck him. Yeah. I was like, meanwhile, it's his fucking house. It's the crackhead's house. I'm like, fuck that guy. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, he's over there fucking smoking crack. Like, I've watched tons of people fucking nod, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I've been around so much drug use.
That shit fucking
I mean, were you with me whenever I used to sell weed to that one dude?
Yeah, from New York.
Yeah. And he used to have them bitches in there fucking, they be high as a motherfucker, man. Them two, I can't remember their names, but we went to school with them though.
Yeah, the one girl died.
Oh, did she? R.I.P.
Yeah.
But
For real. She was nice, man. She was
yeah,
cool
I mean, hey man, drugs are a motherfucker, dude. But she was nice, but she had some demons apparently. You know what I mean? Like obviously. Yeah. Everyone got their demons though. You know what I mean?
Right.
Everyone's got I think that's the problem with like social media and stuff, and like I don't know, it was probably a problem before social media. I feel like a lot of people just like to put on, like when they're around people, they like to put on like I'm this, that, and the other. Like meanwhile, I mean, even me, like I mean, I'm guilty of it. Like I fucking there's times where I'm like fucking depressed as fuck, but I mean, I come and I'm good. Like, you know what I mean? Like when I'm around people, I'm cool, bro. Like I'm fucking straight goofing around. You know what I mean? But yeah, me goofing around is my drug. You know what I mean? Like that's my way of dealing with my problems. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it's probably not healthy. I probably just talk to someone about them, but that's probably a better choice.
Here's the thing, though. Then you start talking to somebody about it, and you're like, "This is stupid." Like I feel stupid.
Well,
like even making it a big deal.
But I think the reason you feel stupid is because I feel like society in general has like everyone, like me growing up, like you kind of like, you're a man, dude. Like what don't put me in a, you know what I mean? Like that's like a societal thing. It's like, don't be a bitch, dude. Like just fucking deal with it like a man. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I feel like that's how most people grew up. You know what I mean? At least most men have grown up. You know what I mean? Kids, boys were taught. You know what I mean? Like you cry as a boy. Like when now it's like okay for kids to cry and shit. You know what I mean? But like when I swear when I was a kid, like people like quit crying, dude. Like man up, dude.
I always cried. I cry all the time. It makes me stronger. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I cried. Don't get me like my parents, like my mom and dad were never like, quit being a bitch. You know what I mean? But like, you know, when I used to play football or whatever, like if I was starting to get like, you know what I mean? Like I was young playing football. I didn't play in like high school or anything, but you know what I mean? Like if I'm fucked up and like tired or something, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna quit. Like I'm done. They're like, quit being a fucking pussy, dude. Just fucking do it. Right. You know what I mean? Like that's how they talk to you. Like, you know what I mean? They're like, quit being a pussy. Like you're being a bitch right now, dude. So like that gets like ingrained in you. Like
outside and I came in crying, I'd get sent back out. Like that's just
right.
Yeah. Go handle your business.
Right. I don't think I've ever cried because of pain though. I think that was like my physical pain. Not ever because of physical pain.
Because of frustration. Like
right. Yeah. I've definitely been frustrated crying.
Yeah.
Like I've definitely been like super mad and just cried because I'm like super fucking angry. I'm like, I don't know what to do. You know what I mean? Right. Or like if you can't fuck someone up or you can't do something like, you know what I mean? There's no way to like get that out. You just cry. I've done that. Yeah. I've definitely cried because I was angry. But
I shake when I get angry, man. People will think it's fucking me being
like
scared
like a fear. Yeah, it's just an adrenaline thing for me. I do the same thing.
I'm full of adrenaline. Like
I'm the same way. Yeah. But that's also I'm not
pull it out of the fucking air, man. Like when my adrenaline's going, bro, I'm unstoppable.
Yeah. See, I don't know. I've noticed that I, like if I'm about to fight somebody, I always have to calm myself down before I fight them. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I've been fucked up before because I was just like autopilot adrenaline, you know what I mean? Like just swinging where like I've been fucked up because of it. You know what I mean? Where like if I'm more calm and I fight somebody, I'm actually thinking about what I'm doing. Right. You know what I mean? So like I'm not just fighting based on emotion.
See, if someone's trying to fight me, I'm the calmest. I'm like, I don't get it, bro. Like, I mean, I don't understand why you're so angry.
I'm the opposite, honestly.
You're trying to fight me for no reason.
I'm the opposite. I actually provoke fights. If someone like I've been around people like and they're like fucking screaming at you and they're like, you know what I mean, trying to make a big scene out of it. And I'll be like, and I'll be calm about it. And I'll just be like, what are we doing here? Are we about to fight? Yeah. Like, do you want to fight? Because if not, walk the fuck away.
Yeah, don't try to fight me in a bar or something because I will ask you to let's take it out back.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, let's go somewhere.
Don't try to fight me when you have protection around.
For sure. You know, or like in school, like when we were in school, like people try to make a big scene and it's like, no. We're not going to fight here, dude. We'll fight
after school. Yeah. Woods.
Right.
Nobody around.
Right. Yeah. That's honestly the way I think it should happen. I mean, bring your friends if you want to bring a couple friends. I'll bring a couple friends. You know what I mean? Keep it fair. But
make sure no one gets killed.
Right. I definitely should bring my friends because I won't stop unless one of my friends try to stop me. You know what I mean? Because I'll just keep fucking fighting you. Like, especially if it depends on how mad you made. Like, if you made me really mad, I want to see like anymore. If someone makes me mad enough that I actually want to fight them, I'm probably not going to stop fighting them. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to like knock them out. I'm not going to knock them out and be like, okay, I win, and just walk away. I'll probably beat the life out of them. You know what I mean? Which is not a good thing, but I don't really get I don't really get mad anymore. Like when I was a kid, I used to I'd be like, oh, want to fight? Let's go. Let's fucking fight then, I guess. You know what I mean? Like that was me as a kid. But like now I'm like, just leave me alone, dude. You're fucking weird, man. You know what I mean? Like, leave me the fuck alone. You're weird. It took me a long time to be able to do that though. Like, cause I used to be like, oh man, they're gonna think I'm a bitch. You know what I mean? It's like, nah, I'm like, fuck it. I'm like, fuck it. Think I'm a bitch. I don't even care anymore. You know what I mean?
I used to fight a lot in elementary school and middle school, like the beginning of middle school. But then I learned to like control my anger because I was beating on my sister a lot. It took me longer than middle school, but yeah. Yeah. Like my change was because my sister was getting beat up by me. And I had to stop that. I had to right. do some self-reflection.
Oh, like, for sure.
How do you know?
Yeah. You don't want to actually hurt the people you love. You know what I mean?
Right. So I
learned some angry shit.
How to diffuse situations.
Yeah, I mean, me and my brothers, we all fought. I mean, we didn't fight though.
I wish I had a brother to fucking fight though.
Yeah, I mean, we fought. Like David threw me down the stairs once. You know what I mean? Because I took like a CD or something. You know what I mean? Like some shit like that. Like it would be like stupid little fights. But I also had his back. I also had David's back. Like whenever like him and my stepdad really didn't get along, and whenever my stepdad first moved in, him and my brother were in a physical altercation, and I jumped on my stepdad's back and started choking him. You know what I mean? Like I had my brother's back. You know what I mean? Like I mean, I'm 5 years younger than him, but like fuck it. Like you know what I mean? I'm like just gonna sit there and watch you fuck my brother up. You know what I mean?
Well, that's also something I never had to worry about with my sister because I did beat on her and I knew what she could fucking handle.
Yeah, she was tough, right?
Ain't nobody was gonna fucking.
Yeah, but I mean, this case is like, I mean, yeah, my brother's 5 years older than me, but my stepdad's fucking 40 years older than him. You know what I mean? Like, so like that's I don't know. He's not 40 years older than him, but maybe 30. But regardless, you know what I mean? Like he's much older. That's a grown ass man fighting a teenager. You know what I mean? So. But yeah, I mean, I just, I don't know. I just, as I got older, I did mellow out a little bit, and jail kind of chilled me out a bit. I'll say.
Didn't you see some dude's ear get cut off?
Not completely off, but yeah, with a razor. It was like hanging off his fucking shit. Like, oh my God. Yeah, it was pretty gross. It sucked.
But was that like the most violent thing you seen in jail?
That I saw like up close, yeah, probably the most. Now there was a dude when we were in the chow hall eating. There was a dude that got killed. They stabbed him, but he was like all the way on the other side. It happened all the way on the other side of the fucking thing. I didn't see it. I just know he died. Well, he didn't die there. He died on the way to the hospital. Always. But yeah, that's what it is. But yeah, I mean, a dude died and shit. Couple stabbings when I was upstate and stuff, but the ear thing was in county. That was in the county.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's a crazy thing, man. Crazy place. But that's a whole different world, though. You know what I mean? Like you can't. I feel like a lot of people, man, like that are essentially institutionalized. I feel like that's the fucking worst part about prison. The prison system is like a lot of people get out and they're used to like. You got a problem with someone, you fucking handle it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to come to you and I'm going to say, hey, what the fuck's the problem? And we're going to take care of this shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Where like you go into the real world, your boss says some fucking slick shit, like some passive aggressive ass shit to you. Yeah. And you say, hey, what the fuck was that about? And then you're fired. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like you don't have to do nothing to them. You're just like, what the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you talking to?
Right.
With your passive aggressive ass. And then you lost your job. You know what I mean?
I hate that passive aggressive shit.
Yeah. Just fucking say what you mean, man. If you got a fucking problem, just fucking tell me. You know what I mean? I respect you more for it. You know, I might not agree with you, but I'll at least respect you a little bit for being honest. You know what I mean? I can respect an honest person than a person that hides behind fucking words and shit, like tries to like beat around the bush and shit about it. But
and that's why I think crackheads could be very honest. And we could
I love crackheads. They're like kids, man. Kids are honest, dude. That's what makes kids great. They just tell you what it is, man. They don't know because they don't know what offended means. Like they don't know what it means to offend somebody, which is a weird thing. I wonder when, like I call Matthew all types of shit, dude. Like I call him a fucking loser. I call him all kinds of things, right? But he don't like the words mean nothing. They're just words. He's like, that's funny. I'm a loser. Like, you know what I mean? Joking around and stuff like, or like I'll call him a little nerd or whatever. You know what I mean? Like we joke around, but like he doesn't take offense to that, and it doesn't like bum him out or like, cause he doesn't. So like, when do we get to the point where like these things bother us? I'm curious.
When you start learning what society thinks.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But like,
when you start going to school and kids are like, oh, he's a loser. He's a loser. Well, you start thinking, well, what is a loser? Like,
yeah.
You know,
Yeah, it's just so strange. Yeah, it's so strange, man. It's such a strange thing. I don't know.
You should be calling him a winner, bro. So, winner?
No, I'm just gonna keep calling him a loser, just so like whenever someone else calls him a loser, then he'll be like, "Yeah, I know, fucking loser, dude. My dad's been telling me my whole life." My dad told me my whole life that I was a fucking loser. But yeah, man. But I don't know, dude. Right? Yeah, I'm probably fucking him up. Probably fucking up his.
I don't know why I'm so self-conscious about myself.
Right. Yeah, I don't know, man. It is what it is, but yeah, that's yeah, I don't know, man. It's very strange. I don't know. I just think so we have like a weird.
We can bring on kids.
Oh yeah. That's what we were fucking talking about. We fucking spun way away from that fucking question.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to talk to like weird people, but like normal people too. Like, you know what I mean? Like say there's like other podcasters that, you know what I mean, that we like,
right.
You know what I mean? Like we just like cure, like want to just have them on, just bust it up. You know what I mean? Like I'm down to do that. Yeah. There's people, it's whoever interests us really. I mean, obviously we're down to take suggestions. Like if there's someone that, if you guys are watching or listening and you're like, hey, I'd love to see you have so-and-so on, like, yeah, let us know. You know what I mean? Like, we're open to suggestions.
Come on, shoot us an email and let us know who the fuck you are.
Yeah. If you got a funny story or like a cool story, you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be funny. It doesn't have to be funny. It could be super tragic too. Like if you got like a crazy, like tragic story even, like, I mean, I'm down to like, I just like people, man. I love learning about people, dude. So if you got like an interesting life, you know what I mean? I'm down to fucking talk to you.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, that's why I said I'd like to have a sex worker on, dude. Because I feel like that's the craziest thing. I'd love to have like an OnlyFans girl, which is essentially a sex worker. Like someone that's got an OnlyFans. I'd love to have like, I just want to like someone that's, they don't have to be like super popular, but like someone that actually makes a living on OnlyFans. Like I would love to like just talk to them and like figure it, like just like, because I mean, I understand what it is. Obviously, like I know what OnlyFans is. I understand how it works, but like I'm just curious, like where they came from to get to that point where they're like, oh fuck it, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like no judgment. Like fuck it, man. Hey, listen. If I had fucking people who make if I had some tits, listen. If I had some tits and a vagina, 100% would have a fucking OnlyFans right now.
Because you're saying that, but you have a dick and you could.
I just don't feel easily do that. Yeah, but I don't know. From all the women that I've ever talked to, a lot of women don't give a fuck about dicks.
Dude, you're not doing it for the women. You're doing it for the gay guys out there.
Good point. Man. I didn't even think about that. I was gonna say because like women really don't give a fuck about dicks, dude.
Yeah, no, it's for the dudes out there, man.
That's a good point.
Look,
OnlyFans coming soon, guys.
I was watching a YouTube video on sex workers. It was like a guess out of these 20 people who's a sex worker, and the one dude was like, "Look, if you're jerking off every day for free, you're missing out."
Truth,
like
facts.
Facts. Don't say if you had tits and vagina, you do it because you got a perfectly good dick. I'm sure that you can be.
I've never honestly thought about it like that. You know what I mean? That's never like crossed my mind to think about it like that way. But that is a fucking excellent point, though.
Yeah, man.
There's probably actually more money in it.
Yeah, it's like almost an untapped market.
Yeah, it's a smaller market because they don't really care if you're gay or not. Like they don't care. You know what I mean? They just want to do whatever. No, I mean obviously I wouldn't.
I'm sure they start asking for some crazy shit like shoving a jar.
I mean, I don't give a fuck, bro. Like I mean, what the fuck, man? I play video games. I can role play, dude. What the fuck, man? You know what I mean? I'll act however you want me to act, man. You want me to fucking be a fucking gay dude? I'll say some gay shit. I don't know what gay shit is, but you know what I mean? I'll fucking give me a script. I'll fucking read it. You know what I mean? Tell me what you want me to say. I'll fucking say whatever. Yeah, maybe I'll make an OnlyFans. Yeah, fuck it.
Oh my god, bro.
Hey, listen, man. I ain't mad at people for doing it, man. I respect it, honestly. That's once again, I think that's one of those societal things that they're like, this is wrong.
Yeah.
Because it's like a taboo thing. You know what I mean? So I feel like society's pushed that on us. Like we were talking about earlier with like the men shouldn't talk about their emotions, or they shouldn't cry or whatever. Right. You know what I mean? Like it's just weird things that society's pushed on us. You know what I mean? It's the machine, dude.
We can get former like drug dealers and former,
or we can say they're former drug dealers. Yeah, whatever. I don't care. We can hide their face. I don't give a fuck. I'll be that guy with the fucking have a motherfucker with a mask on. I'll change his voice. You know what I mean? I'm down for real. I'd be down to have. That'd be dope to have a fucking like a legit like active drug dealer.
Stevo just did a episode on his drug smuggling, how he used to smuggle drugs from country to country.
He has some dude
on there. He's like, look, it's like this dude's gonna show us how to take a cut and hide it under your tongue.
That's crazy. Yeah. Speaking of hide stuff on your tongue, remember motherfuckers that used to be able to like hide razors and shit in their mouth?
Nope. Not I.
I've never been able to do it, but
a screwdriver in my face though.
It's probably not okay.
Bro, what do you think they're doing when they fucking give you a COVID test? Same thing.
I've had one. It's not that far in.
I mean, but you can go so far in.
Oh yeah, you can definitely go.
You can reach the back of your throat.
Yeah,
reach that little dangly thing in the back of your throat.
Yeah, but you can also hurt yourself if you go that far as well.
No, you'll feel it
with the screwdriver.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, I'm saying you could definitely
blockhead.
I'm just saying you could.
Everybody can do it.
I know you can do it. I'm not arguing that you can do it or not. I'm just saying you can. Don't try it at home, kids, because you could legitimately hurt yourself and cause physical long-term damage. Like you could, if you go too far and you rip something back there and it doesn't fucking heal, then you're fucked. It's like people that snort a lot of fucking cocaine and they burn their fucking nose out in their gut. You know what I mean? And that's cocaine. It's a fucking powder. You know what I mean? Like people legitimately fucking
I don't think
ruin that shit.
Go past the point of uncomfortableness.
People will. Someone will.
They fucking deserve it.
I mean, you got people like, didn't you see? Who was it? Is that Dave? Was it David Blaine? Who's the motherfucker that be floating and shit? David Blaine?
Chris Angel? David Blaine? I don't know.
One of those fuckers. One of those. Yeah. Dude, I watched him put. He stabbed a fucking like a skewer straight through his arm.
Yeah.
But he explained it. He said it hurts like fucking hell, dude.
Yeah.
But what you're doing is you're pushing between the muscles.
Right.
So you're not damaging any muscle. You just have to move it slow enough that it goes between the muscles. He's like, it hurts like fucking hell, but you can do it. Just like you can stick shit through your fucking nose. It's going to probably hurt. You can do it. But if you do it wrong, just like if you stab through your arm wrong, like if I took a skewer and just stabbed it through my fucking arm.
You stop before it hurts.
But what I'm saying is there's people but there's people out there like David Blaine. It's like, oh, fuck it. Like I'll just monk this shit and just ignore the pain.
Then you're dumb.
Or you're genius.
And that is legit a monk. Like you said, a monk thing. It's like they do those types of practices.
Yeah, but they ignore the pain. They meditate through the pain, if that makes sense.
I think they identify the pain.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but they don't react. They're not like, ow, fuck, and they don't stop when they hit pain. They're just like, okay, there's pain, keep going.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? They just deal with the pain. Oh, 100%.
It should tell you, don't stick a screwdriver to your brain. Your mind's not working enough to tell you to not do that.
But you could also get your mind. Just like people that they say you can't bite through your fucking whatever. You know what I mean? Like you shouldn't be able to make yourself bleed. Like you should not be able to bite yourself through your hand and make yourself bleed. Something in your brain should tell you to stop. But there's people that can do it. You can. No, like I'm saying with the monks.
I'm saying with intelligence. You should be intelligent enough to know that your brain is right behind here.
Right.
And if you're not intelligent enough to know that, and somehow you found out that you could stick a screwdriver through your fucking nose, hey.
But isn't your brain made of different muscles? Isn't it like, I don't really understand the brain completely, but it's all one piece or is it multiple pieces? Because I know it's separated in different. Like each part of the brain does different thing, but is it all really one brain, or is it?
The smarter you are.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like those little folds. Like, is it just like an opening? Could you like unravel a brain?
I don't think so.
Or is it just a solid chunk?
No, it's like it's tissue, like almost.
But it's one piece. That's what I'm getting at. Is it one piece?
Pretty sure. You've never ripped out a brain before?
No, I haven't, bro. Can't say I have. Because like I was gonna get back to the arm thing.
Typically thinking like when we went squirrel hunting, we were skinning the squirrel, and he squeezed the head a little too hard,
popped his brain out.
Yeah, and it just squished.
Yeah, but the only reason I was asking is because like if you relate it to the arm thing, like there's multiple muscles, right? So and like I said, when you're stabbing through, you're really aiming to go between the muscles. You're not going through the actual muscles. You're sliding between the muscles. So that's why I was wondering with the brain, like if you could push through and like find the opening and slide in between the brain where you're not actually hurting the brain.
Like a what's the thing where they go through the eye?
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't know what it's called though. It's weird. All that shit's weird. Period. Yeah, all right, bro.
Yeah, I can't think of the fucking word, and it's gonna bug me. Hey, if you know.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. But since we're here, might as well. Let me just stab this through my. Stab this. Could I stab this big ass needle through my?
What the fuck even is that? What are you doing?
It's a syringe, bro.
For what?
Well, I pack my my joints with it. I use it as a poker. That's really what I use. I mean, it has a big ass needle, but this isn't meant to inject anything into yourself. Just it's a fucking big needle. Just
it looks like
it's for solutions, for liquids that you inject into other things, not into yourself.
Like into drinks, bro? Are you fucking serial killer over there? You're injecting,
and it's for mushrooms. If you really want to know, it's a spores.
Gotcha.
I can't read it. It's blown out. They're spores. It's from they were spores. A long time ago, they were spores.
Watch this guy. He's got like a lion's mane operation going on. No, actually, he does all kinds of shit. Like I want to grow lion's mane. Yeah, me too.
To be honest. I really want to grow them. I just don't know if I have a space where I can control the temperature enough. I thought about doing it in my garage, but I don't know. I don't know if I can control the temperature and humidity properly in my garage. It's not my garage isn't insulated. It's just a regular brick, like cinder block garage. I mean, I could probably do it in here, but then I'd have to get rid of all, like, if I was to do it in here, I'd have to get rid of all this shit in the back, like all the things in the back, take my snowboards off the wall, get rid of that shelf, get rid of the tree, obviously. And I would have to make like a shelf on my back wall, and I would have to do everything on it. Like I would have to do the bags on those shelves. But, I could do it in this room. I mean, I can control the temperature in this room, but, yeah, I don't think I could do it in my garage. I don't know for lion's mane, honestly. I know humidity's a big key in things, so.
Right.
I mean, there's a lot of things that are factors and all that, but, yeah. It's just like other mushrooms as well.
I've been watching a lot of Bitcoin mining.
Yeah.
Shits. Yeah. It looks so interesting.
How do you do it?
Worth it at all.
I'd say, do you know how to do it?
I mean, you just set up a rig pretty much.
Yeah, but saying you just set up a rig is just like the most
it's like a
generic.
It's like setting up a computer with tons of fucking graphics cards.
Right. But what I'm saying is like, okay, so say I have a computer with 13 million graphics cards in it, right? Yeah. Then what do I do?
Then you start.
Is there like a software?
Keys.
Is it like a software?
I'm not sure how it works. I was just looking at all the fucking farms and shit because they just opened a farm in the Arctic.
Yeah.
Or some shit. It's like negative
probably really good, actually. Probably smart to be in cool temperatures.
So hot. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I was gonna say, even like gaming, like my regular PC that I built is it gets warmer obviously as you're using it more. You know what I mean? So I would assume a cooler space would be the ideal.
Yeah.
For it.
100%.
That's kind of dope. Yeah. I just always wondered if it was like a software that they ran, or like maybe they had something coded that you had to like get. Or
I think you're running a code. Yeah. And you're searching for keys. So, I mean,
where do you find the keys?
You're mining them. You're putting together blockchains, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know enough. It's still confusing me.
Because we were talking about it the other day, was how those billionaires lost their password.
Yeah.
Right. And you were like, why don't they just, approve them or whatever, like do a forgot my password thing.
Right.
And what you're thinking of is exchanges and shit, so Coinbase or Cash App, I guess Cash App is an exchange. I don't know.
It's just a Bitcoin exchange or a stock exchange, but yeah, that's all they do.
So you're not holding your keys, right? So you don't really have your Bitcoin. Like, does Cash App give you your key?
I don't believe, no.
Right. So how is it yours? You know what I mean?
It's yours. I mean, it's like, that's like saying I go to a bank. They're like the bank. They're my bank.
Right. But say something happens, SEC says,
yeah, if they fuck up,
can't
then I lose it.
Right. But if you have it in your wallet, you still have your coin. You have your code. So that's what they lost their password to, was their wallet, where they are their bank.
So it's can you explain the wallet to me? This might be super boring for people, but I'm like super interested in this. Like, what is a wallet?
It's your personal bank. It's where you store.
No. But I'm saying, like, is it like a physical thing? Is it on a computer?
You can have a digital one, or you can have a physical one.
Okay, so what did this person have? A digital one?
I'm assuming it was a physical one, like a.
Okay, now, so is there like a login?
So, I think most of them are those 10 key passwords.
Okay.
So you have 10 passwords to put in. You know what I mean? Like,
and you're locked out.
Yeah.
Forever?
Yeah, I think they lost their fucking keys, their passwords, so they can't access
the reason. So what I said was, why don't they so I was assuming that it was like a login to your account type of thing, right? So like you had a username and then a password associated with that username. If it's a digital thing, I'm assuming that's what it is, right? So what I was getting at is, like, why don't they just put it out there and just say, hey, look, here's my username. If someone figures it out, they fucking can have it.
Well, I think what's going to happen. Well, China they just said they created a quantum computer. And I think that's what a lot of people speculated, that once quantum computing was a thing, that they could hack into any wallet or whatever. And,
right. That's what I was getting at. Is like, why didn't they just put it out there and say, hey, fuck it, I don't have it. Might as well go ahead. If you can hack it, like,
I'm sure you can see on the ledger where it's at. You know what I mean? I'm sure, like, people know which wallet it's in or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What I'm getting at is, like, why don't they just, whoever the owner is, why don't they just say, hey, fucking, if someone can hack it, like, give me some of the money and we'll split it or something.
I don't think the technology is really out there.
Yeah.
So quantum computing is a bigger thing.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think even when quantum computing is a bigger thing, I think they're more concerned with mining the rest of the Bitcoin. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't fully understand quantum computers either, to be honest with you.
So I don't
even know what quantum is.
You know how computers work off of 0 to 1, zeros and ones?
Yeah, 0 and 1s, yeah.
So imagine if there was a number that could be either or at the same time. I think that's like the short term.
Okay, so basically it could be a 1 and a 0.
Right, depending on the situation.
strange.
Yeah, I think it's a
I don't
very
have the
basic
brain.
idea.
Yeah, I'm sure trust me, I'm sure it's not that. It's like, that's like the most layman terms you could.
Right. But I think that's what it is a superposition. That's
Okay.
what they call it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy to me.
Right.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think there's I don't know. I'm not smart, dude.
I'm not either. I'm a fucking idiot, dude.
That could lead down like some good paths, but
yeah, I mean, I have questions, but I don't know the answers, and I don't care enough to like sit there and spend hours and hours and hours upon my day trying to figure out the answers to these questions.
Yeah, see,
I'm like the lazy guy.
5 minutes, and then I go down a rabbit hole.
Right.
Yeah, I got ADD like a motherfucker.
Right. That's where I'm at. I just kind of wait. So I have my questions in my head, and then I just wait for someone to like, I'll just stumble across the answer sometimes. You know what I mean? Like I do consume a lot of media. You know what I mean? Like I consume a lot of information, and sometimes they answer questions that I had in my head, and then I'm like, oh, okay, now I understand that better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I kind of just wait for the answer to come to me. I don't really seek out the answer unless it's super important. Like, I mean, obviously, like I seek out some information. Like I said, I want to get a bearded dragon. So like I researched bearded dragons. Like I'm not just like, oh, fuck it, I'll figure it out. You know what I mean? Like, if they dies. You know what I mean? Like obviously I want to have like a decent understanding about their habitat and how they need to, their shit needs to be set up. You know what I mean? So like, I mean, I've done research on that. Like I've listened to that kind of shit, but yeah, for the most part, like just like questions like about crypto. Like I don't have tons of money to invest in the crypto in general. Like I don't have any extra funds to invest in the crypto. So I don't need to know about crypto in my mind. Like in my mind, it really doesn't, like I'm interested in it, but I don't need to search it out because I don't have any money to invest in it. So like I can know a bunch about it and it's just useless knowledge for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I can't do anything with the knowledge because I don't have the
having a basic knowledge of something like that. So say like, you know, this is super exaggerated, but like say all the banks, you know, decided to go to blockchain or some shit. Right. You'd want to know how to transfer your funds to your wallet and how to your own bank. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, for sure.
Think if you see the future being Bitcoin.
Well, lucky for me, I have no money in my bank. So
but even that, how would you, convert?
What, transfer nothing? That's a good question.
No, I don't know. Say your boss decided to start paying you in Bitcoin.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. No, I get what you're saying.
I think that's the ultimate goal of that shit is to have it adopted and used day to day, What the fuck are you looking at?
I don't know. I'm really confused, to be honest with you. I'm looking at my bank. They like fucking updated. They updated this app. It's fucking ugly as fuck now.
Yeah.
And it's not connecting. Stupid. But yeah, I think I got like maybe $10 in my bank account, bro.
But honestly, I do look out and I seek information. Like I'll pay for it. I pay for information.
If it's something
to get it handed to me, like, so I don't have to go search it.
No, I agree with that. If it's something that will directly, like something that I'm super interested in, that is usable. Like I said, me having knowledge on Bitcoin at this time, I don't have the means of really obtaining Bitcoin. So like for me to have a full understanding on Bitcoin is kind of worthless information for me because it does nothing for me essentially. You know what I mean? So, but there's other things that I can obtain, like for instance, video editing. You know what I mean? Like I didn't pay for information on it, but I could have paid for information. Instead, I just learned things as I went. I mean, I've been fucking around with like Adobe for a while now, but you know what I mean? Like I learned as I went, but I could have just paid for a class. Actually, I think I did pay for one class. I think I did pay for a class actually at some point, like years and years ago, but I want to say it was when you used to live up here. No. I think it's when you first moved. I paid for like a just like a small class, I think. Yeah, I think it was actually more of like a photography in general class, like a general photography class. Like it touched on like editing, it touched on marketing, like it touched on like the business side, like contracts and stuff. I believe that's actually where I got my contract from. But yeah, I paid. It wasn't a lot. It was like a cheap ass class. It was like maybe $20.
I mean, if you got a contract template,
right,
and everything, you know,
right.
But
I think it was like $20. But yeah, I mean, I'm down to pay for that if it's something that I could use. You know what I mean? Like information that I can use, like in the future, like near future. You know what I mean? Now, I mean, 100 years, like not 100 years, because I'll probably be dead. Maybe not, but it might be. But like, you know, like 15 years from now, yeah, maybe I'll have enough money where I'm like, oh yeah, I want to invest into crypto or blah, blah, blah. Then I'll do more research on it and I'll understand it before I'm not one to just jump into something and be like, we'll figure it out as we go. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really like doing that.
Yeah. I mean, like I got one focus right now and that's, well, I guess two focuses. That's this podcast and my music. You know what I mean? So today I got that consultation call with that A&R.
Word.
To get my music and movies and shit.
Yeah, that's going to be fire, bro.
Oh, I'm so excited. I got other good news too that I can't really talk about on the podcast.
Oh,
maybe a few weeks from now, but I got big news. So.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no news. I have a job that sucks.
I mean, but you got a raise, right?
I mean, not yet. It doesn't start yet.
You negotiated some shit, bro.
I did. Yeah. I mean, I negotiated some shit. I mean, it still has to. I'm not one to count my chickens before it hatches. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't got that paycheck yet. So
yeah. Until
that, I mean, it won't start until technically on Monday, and then so if it's good, then it worked out. But we will see. He's kind of back and forth on it. Like recently, over this past week, he's kind of like, I don't know, like, you know what I mean, like. He's crunching numbers and he's like he doesn't know if he needs it or not. So we'll see what happens. But hopefully it works out. Hopefully I take the salary route and make a little more money, which will be fucking lovely. But
Ali got like fucking 15, 16 clients in one day.
That's fire.
Yeah. Fucking crazy. Big things happening.
Yeah, that's fire, man. Yeah, man, good old 2021, dude. Hopefully it'll be a good one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, hopefully we get our student loans fucking canceled. Because goddamn, I hate that shit, bro.
Yeah, I don't have any student loans, so that doesn't affect me directly, but
$1,400. You know.
That would be nice. Another $1,400 would be lovely. Did you get a stimulus?
Yeah. It's supposedly in the mail.
Dope. Yeah. I don't trust the mail, but yeah, dope.
I don't trust them having my fucking routing
number. I'd rather them have my routing number than I trust the mail, especially recently. No. Oh shit! Literally, bro. Shara's like must be spying on us, bro.
Why?
She just sent me an article that says you can get more than a $1,400 stimulus check from Biden's relief proposal. She just literally sent me an article on it.
Well, yeah, because your kids.
He's calling it the American Rescue Plan, and it says it will help rescue the American economy and start beating the virus. That's a quote. Along with increasing funds for vaccination distribution, school reopening, small businesses, state, local governments. The American Rescue Plan also helps put and keep money in the pockets of millions of Americans. Blah, blah, blah.
Don't you miss Vine?
What, Vine?
Yeah, I miss Vine.
Vine was
a good time.
I caught Vine at the end of Vine, though. TikTok's fine now, though.
Yeah, but like the timing, like the all around year in time that Vine was alive.
Oh, 100%.
You know, it just seemed happier.
Yeah, it was a different time for sure.
That was just a few years ago.
But it was a different time.
Yeah.
Or maybe we just felt like it was a different time because we were younger.
Maybe. I
think about that sometimes too. It's like people are like, oh man, like, you know, like my mom would be like, oh, the fucking 70s and 80s were great. Like that was the best time. It's like, yeah, because that's when you were like at an age where it was like fun. It's like it was a fun age to be at. And as you get older, obviously, like you get more responsibilities, and like maybe all times are the best time. Right. It's just what age you are. It's really your age is the best time. Maybe that's what it is. That's probably more realistic, because everybody, like for us, we'd be like, oh man, like fucking mid 2000s to like 2012, you know what I mean? That was fucking lit, dude. Like I was a great time, man. Good time. But my mom would be like, that fucking sucked. Like, you know what I mean? Like that was what was great about it, you know what I mean? But the age when you're most influenced by things, you know what I mean? Figure age 15 to 25, you know what I mean? Where you're highly, like when you're influenced by a lot of things.
Old heads can't get over boom bap.
True. Well, it's not that but boom bap's not bad.
No, not at all.
I literally just jammed to some boom bap the other day. Oh, yesterday, actually, last night when I was driving back. I was
DMX.
banging that shit. Well, yeah, I was just listening to DMX too.
But that's different.
Right. But you know what I mean? Like my thing was like, I like a lot of that music, you know what I mean? Like of that era. But I also like new music. You know what I mean? I'm not closed-minded about things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love computer music. I like music.
I actually respect, who was it? I think it might even, I forget what artist. I watched an interview with a certain artist. Anyway, whoever it was, but they basically said, they're like, I try to make different music constantly. Like every album's different.
Yeah.
Because I realize people change. You know what I mean? Music changes.
Yeah, the people that listen to my first album might not listen to my second album, but they'll still listen to my first one. So might as well make the second album different.
Or not even that. You can still kind of sound the same, but keep up with the times. Like you can still have it. People could still be like, hey, that's Tony Marco. You know what I mean? But they could be like, oh, that's fucking 2005 Tony Marco. Or they could be like, oh, no, that's 2020 Tony Marco. But they still be like, that's Tony Marco.
That's why Juicy J is such a dope artist.
Yeah.
Because he's been around. And he moves with the scene.
That's what you got to do, man. A lot of the old heads that are still in the game, still making music to this day, that, you know what I mean, that are active, it's because they've evolved with it. You know what I mean? They've just, you know what I mean? People call some people, but the worst is people like, oh man, they're sellouts. They switched it up. They're fucking sellouts. It's like, no, they just realized it's like, you don't go to a pizza shop. All right. So say like all of a sudden fucking, I don't know, fish pate is like the most popular fucking thing, right? Something fucking that we're like, it's gross now. But like if your pizza shop that you go to starts selling that, and you're like, oh, fucking sell out. You're not gonna be like, oh, you fucking sell out as pizza shop. Like, we like what you used to sell. It's like, I still sell it. I still have it. So buy that then. If you don't want the new shit, people like the new shit. So let them buy the new shit. Like, you don't hate on your fucking, you're not like, I'm never fucking buying this shit again. I'm never giving you guys money again. You sold out.
You know what's funny, man? I used to listen to a lot of Eminem when I was littler. But then, you grow up and you realize how corny he is. Shit.
I still like old Eminem.
Look, check it out. I don't. I like D12. And that's all. That's really all it was the people who surrounded Eminem. Those were the people that I liked.
Really?
The dark.
I like old M.
The D12. I mean, the D12 album, Devil's Night album, that was my favorite album growing up. I bought that album like 4 times.
Really?
Yeah, like literally would burn the album, like not like copied the album. Like I would play it on my CD player
until it would scratch up.
So much. No. The little lens would heat up and it would melt the CD.
Yeah.
So I'd have to keep buying that shit.
That's wild.
But there was very few songs where Eminem was actually.
Oh yeah. He wasn't like a big part of D12. He was part of D12, but he was like the big name. Yeah. Same thing with what was that fucking group with like what did he put together more recently? Had like Yellow Wolf, Bud, and Slaughterhouse. That was like that. Like you know what I mean? Like similar thing. Like M would be on Slaughterhouse songs, but it wasn't like M's music. You know what I mean? Like
fucking doing the Griselda thing.
Right.
and that's just a flop.
Yeah, I mean, I like Griselda.
Not that those artists are flops, but that deal, that
was
business arrangement,
it didn't work out. Right. No, yeah, I fuck with Griselda. I like what they're doing, and it is an old school feel, dude. Like it has like an older school feel, but I like how they do it because they do add newer things. Like look at their ad libs, like how they ad lib everything. That's not, you would never hear ad libs like that. Right, you would never hear that shit in the 90s. People didn't ad lib like that. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like they have newer aspects to it, but it still kind of has like a boom bap. Yeah. Fucking, I'm like a street hustler type vibe, like that people like from the old stuff. But then they added the new ad lib type, because let's be honest, a lot of newer music ad libs kind of make a song, dude.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you would take the ad libs out of a lot of newer songs, you might be like, it's okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, even Griselda, like if you played Griselda's music without the ad libs, I might be like, yeah, it's cool. But the ad libs added extra layer to it. Yeah, they add a layer to it. They add a layer to it that you're like, oh, like it kind of hypes you up. Like you're like, oh shit, like you know what I mean? And that's the point of ad libs, realistically.
I should get Zelda on some records. It'd be fucking fire.
Hell yeah! Now's the time to do it before they get too big.
Man, I think they're already bigger than my reach, but at the same time, I know the people. You know what I mean?
Right. No, I'm just saying, like, I mean, I see them getting a lot bigger though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think the time would be like sooner than later, even to look at it as an investment, cop a verse, work with them, get a verse, hold it for a little bit and release it at the right time. Yeah. I don't think they have a crazy buzz right now.
Right. Sometimes you never know. Like, it might just be a flop at that point. I mean, that's why
it's like an investment. It's like investing. Flop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you don't know. You don't know what's going to happen to them. You know what I mean? Right. So yeah. I mean, I don't know. I definitely, I fuck with them. Yeah. I like them, but they don't have like rewind 6 months to a year ago. Griselda had a way bigger, like they were buzzing at that time. Like mad people were talking about them back then. Now they kind of fizzled down. You know what I mean? But as soon as they drop a new project and they start doing interviews again, and I think COVID really kind of put a lot of people on pause. You can't tour. You can't, you know what I mean? Like it's hard. So I think that kind of paused them.
A lot of places are starting to do live concerts. I mean, Rolling Loud is on tour. You know what I mean?
Are they?
They're building their Twitch audience. So they're getting prepared to start doing fucking festivals or some shit.
Good for 'em, man.
It's definitely here to stay. Like online performances and shit.
Yeah, I don't really care for them
though. People do though. People
they do because they can't go to a regular, like it's better than nothing. I agree with that. It's better than not having shows at all. But I think soon as everything opens back up one day, hopefully in the near future,
I think it'll be here to stay.
I don't know if as many people will enjoy it though. Like I don't know if as many people will consume it.
I'm sure people will. Yeah, because
people will still consume.
Not everyone can go to Coachella. You know what I mean?
True.
But if there's a online version,
that's true. But if you have to pay for an online version,
it's $15.
Right. It's not as expensive, right? So I mean, you can get a kind of experience, but at the same time, you could just wait. Let's be honest. A lot of these tours, a lot of these artists take videographers with them, and they make fucking video of the tour. Just if you want to experience it, then just watch it that way for free on YouTube.
Yeah, but see, all right. So
it's just a disconnect for me.
What's that performer, Mark Rubier?
Yeah.
Right. You can watch his, recorded performances, but there's just something about being in his live that is just much more engaging.
Better about being there live, though.
No. I would almost argue it's better being online because it suggests what he talks about, what he's.
But he does that at his shows too, from my understanding. He asks people in the crowd.
I feel like my voice would be more heard online.
I don't.
I do, because you could straight up have a poll and you don't have to,
Yeah, you can vote on it for sure, but also at the shows he can literally just be like, hey, you in the crowd, you right there, what's your favorite ice cream?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
See, then I feel like my vote isn't counted.
But it's still dope.
Yeah, but it'd be even more dope and more engaging if I felt like I was contributing.
I don't know, man. I think there's a different vibe to being at a live thing, man. I just personally watching a concert on TV or on my computer or my phone or whatever. I'd rather not, man. If I want to hear the music, I mean, there are your exceptions, like Mark. I mean, he improvs everything. Like, you know what I mean? It's very improv. So that's cool. It's a cool thing to watch. I agree. I could actually watch him. But like for me to go see, say, fucking Griselda, you know what I mean? Like to watch their performance, I'm cool, man. They're pre-recorded songs, man. I'll just listen to your fucking music, dude. It's gonna sound better anyway.
We all tuned into the fucking verses.
That's different though. It's a competition.
It's not different.
It's like a competition.
No, what's different about it is there is a theme. And yeah, it is a competition, but any theme, because you think.
But I also feel like if I could go to a versus, I would enjoy the versus more. If I could be there, I think it'd be dope. I think it'd be dope.
I think
if there was a crowd, I think it would be different.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's just how I feel. I like live shows. You know what I mean? So that's
the show I'd pay for. Like, see, I would rather pay for.
I wouldn't pay $100 to go to a versus.
I wouldn't pay anything to go to a versus.
I mean, I'd pay like $15, $20 cover or something. You know what I mean? Like a regular, like ass little tiny show.
You know, speaking of all this, why don't comedians? I mean, I know why comedians aren't doing online shows, but like to your point, you know, being in front of the comedian, having your 2-drink minimum, and you got your laugh track behind you. You know what I mean? It's a different vibe than watching it.
It's way
watching
better.
Them talk to.
Stand-up's better in person.
Right.
Like even watching a stand-up special, it's a different experience than if you were at the recording of that special.
So I do get your point. You know what I mean?
It's just different. It's a different vibe.
Yeah.
Different strokes for different folks, though. Like that's me. Some people are okay with just watching stand-up on Netflix.
Back to the 2 albums, you know, my first album, all these people are going to listen to, but the people that didn't listen to this one might listen to the second one. You know what I mean? Why eliminate this, you know?
I'm not saying get rid of it. I just don't think it's going to be as popular as you would think it would be.
I think it's just going to be as popular as any gamer or Twitch. Like that's honestly,
I feel like
I really think it is.
I don't know. I also have a different thing with gamer like Twitch and stuff like that too, though. Like some people like watching say Ninja or Shroud. Shroud's a better example. Shroud. He's so like, have you ever watched him live?
Yeah.
He's dry as fuck, dude. But he gets fucking tons of views. He's so dry, dude. It's like the most boring. To me, I'd rather just watch. I've watched Shroud gameplay on YouTube. Yeah. And it's crazy how fucking good he is. It's amazing. He's a fucking phenom. You know what I mean? Like he's a god with aim. Like his aim's ridiculous. You know what I mean? And it's amazing to watch. But watching it live is no different to me than watching it. I could watch it 6 weeks from now. I'm not getting an experience from the live. You know what I mean? Yeah, where like you watch someone like Tim the Tap Man, entertaining. He's an entertainer over.
I mean, that's why I think it's going to be around for a while, because they are going to try to master a niche in the online.
But that's what I'm getting at. Where that's the difference between like a Griselda show, where they're just performing their already done things, as opposed to Mark Ribier.
Right. I mean, yeah, you're going to have more Marks doing online,
which would be
shows.
dope. Right. That would be dope. I don't think it's for everyone though. I don't think everyone could pull it off.
Just like live shows aren't for everybody. Yeah.
I don't think every artist could pull off having a live online show.
Right. No, I agree.
It's different.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that, Lyrical Lemonade isn't going to start their channel. I bet you this year, Lyrical Lemonade jumps on Twitch. I'm going to call it.
Which would be dope.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'm okay with that. Because it's like a show, not a show, but like a showcase almost.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's almost competition-esque.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's competition, but
I mean,
that's like Rolling Loud.
Yeah. Or like, what was that other one that fucking, it's like a boom bap thing, backpack. What the fuck was it?
Team Backpack?
No.
I was going to say
maybe Team. No, it wasn't Team Back. It was like people would, they would have artists, like a bunch of different artists just come on and like spit. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That was Team Backpack.
Yeah. But like, you know what I mean? Like that would be okay live. I'd watch that live.
Right.
Like I wouldn't want to, I don't know if but at the same time, all these things that would be dope as a live stream, I think would be doper in person. I don't know. There's just something about being there.
Remember, that is you. And I mean, me,
I like going out though. I like, you know what I mean? I don't want to I don't like just going out just to go out either though. Like I want a reason to go out. So like that is the reason to go out. Like right now I don't do anything because there's no reason for me to go out. There's nothing to do out there in the world because of COVID. Everything's shut down. You know what I mean? So I have no urge to be like, oh man, like let me go out and just like, I don't just go out just to go out. You know what I mean? Like I want a reason. So like if there's a show, if a bunch of my friends are getting together at a bar, that's cool. That's a reason to go out. You know what I mean? Like if there's like a thing to do, I'm down to go out. Other than that, let me sit at home. I'm cool with it. But yeah, I don't know. There's just something about the experience of going out. You know what I mean? Like and being I'm sure in that
watching
place.
a UFC fight live
is way better than fucking watching it. 100%. I could agree. I bet it's a fucking night and day.
Still all fucking watch
because it's my only way to watch it, right? And I guess that lends to your point of the people that can't afford to go to the concert might still live stream the concert.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They might still pay to, like, if you can't afford to spend $200 on a fucking Rolling Loud ticket, right? You know what I mean? You might do it. You might watch it on TV. I don't know.
Yeah. And I mean, back like Rolling Loud, they have producers and rappers on there in the studio, like while they're building their buzz. You know what I mean? Like you'll see a lot more of that. And I think people are interested in that shit.
Yeah. I like behind the scenes.
I want to see how Famous Dex makes songs. Like, goddamn. Yeah.
See, that's another thing I'm super interested in. I like behind the scenes stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like when I was getting like super into like film stuff, you know what I mean? Like shooting videos and stuff. I love watching like how the fuck how they made the shot. Like I used to watch like, there was, I wish I could remember his name on YouTube. But he used to take like popular scenes from movies, like from popular movies, like crazy scenes from movies. And he would do a full breakdown on how it was done and like show every step, you know what I mean? Like, and he would even find like behind the scenes pictures from that shoot, you know what I mean? Like try to find behind the scenes pictures. And he would explain like, oh, this is how their lights are set up. This is how they set up the lighting. This is what they had the camera on. Like this, the movement they like, he would explain everything about the shot. You know what I mean? And it was super interesting to me. I thought it was super interesting because I was into it.
Right.
So I think there's definitely a lane for that. I think that's really where the live stream should go, is more like a exclusive, like making it an exclusive thing.
Yeah, I mean,
where like you can only see it on the live stream.
You can go down. That's
right.
It doesn't have to specifically be this rapper performing these 7 songs. You know what I mean?
Now let's relate this back to the podcast here, right? So would you be down, like if it was a possibility, would you be down to do live shows?
Yeah.
Or do you think I'm saying live in-person shows?
Yeah.
Like not just live streams.
Hilarious.
Yeah, I agree, man. But I feel like that's a different vibe than this right here.
Right. I mean, or if we did this live on Facebook.
And it's also, I feel like people in the crowd, it would be a different vibe.
Right.
Than doing it live on Facebook.
Yeah, because they have a 2-drink minimum.
Right. Well, no, just like, I don't know, there's just something about a group of people, that are there for the same thing. We all have common, what the fuck? I can't think of the word. What is
common things?
things that we like. We, you know what I mean? We have things that we like that are in common. You know what I mean? Like, so we're all there for the same thing, essentially. Everyone's there for the same thing. We all like the same shit to an extent, like the thing that we're there for. We all like that. So it's just, you know what I mean? You're like, you're in a room. It's like almost a judge-free room. Like, just like at a comedy show. Like, a comedian might say some fucked up shit that normally you might be like, oh shit, like, that's kind of fucked up. But the way they say it, it's funny. Everyone in the room's laughing. You're fucking laughing. You know what I mean? There's something contagious about laughter as well. Right. I mean, you could definitely miss too.
Hecklers, man.
You can definitely.
It might get kind of aggressive up in there.
You can definitely. I don't care about a heckler. I'll fucking call him stupid. You know what I mean? And just, you know what I mean? Like, all right, get the fuck out of here.
You need attention, bruh?
Yeah. I'll call him on stage. You heckle? I'll come up here. Come on.
Yeah.
You want to be fucking? You want to do a show? Come on, come do the show. You lead. Come sit down. Have a seat. You fucking lead. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. It's an interesting thing, man. I don't know. There's something about just being in a crowd. Like, I've been to a couple comedy shows, like local small comedy shows. You know what I mean? But they're dope, man. It's just, if I would, like, I'll say this: when I watch comedy specials on TV, there's parts where I'm like, I know, like, it's funny, but I'm not like fucking dying laughing. But I bet if I was there and there's a bunch of people laughing hard as fuck around you at the same thing, it's a lot easier to laugh. You feel weird LOLing, you know what I mean? In your own house, sitting by yourself. Like, you almost feel like, that's kind of weird. I do it.
And if you're laughing by yourself, it's really
for sure good. For sure. Like, but like dying laughing is a different, like there's things I watch, like stand up, like I'll watch people stand ups and I'll laugh like, ha ha ha. Like, you know what I mean? Like a regular, like normal laugh. But there's been times that I've watched things and I legit like crying, laughing by myself. Like, I could be sitting right here, watch something on my fucking computer, and I'll be crying, fucking laughing, and I'm the only one here. Like, that's how you know it's really fucking funny. You know what I mean? But it's a lot easier to cry laughing when there's a group of people around you laughing, because laughing is contagious. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, if I started,
how do you think it is?
What's that? I didn't even hear what you said. Are you just laughing just to laugh, bro? Are you trying to make me laugh? Get that? Are you good, bro? You're getting the vein, bro. You're getting the vein, bro. But yeah. So yeah, laughing's contagious. If you hear what the person says. Like, just a random person laughing with no context is not gonna make you laugh usually. Maybe someone might be laughing right now, but I have no context of why you're laughing, so I have no way to laugh with you. It's more of an awkward laugh, if anything. Like, if I started laughing, it's like an awkward, like, I don't know what's going on laugh. And I can't hear anything you're saying because your mic's not picking you up because you're whatever it's called, your gate. But you did say something. I can't hear that either.
Thing is contagious. Nice.
Okay, you just allowed me. There you go. See?
Somebody is fucking laughing right now.
I'm confused. Someone might be laughing. But
this is where we're gonna fucking end it.
We're gonna end it here. Oh, I had a question for you. So you are the advocate of the marijuana?
I mean, I guess.
I mean, that's fair to say, right? You indulge occasionally.
Yeah.
As do I. And do you want to do a live stream on 420? Is that cliche?
I mean,
do the people want to live stream on 420?
So many months from now, bro. There's so many episodes.
But it's not that many though. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not that. It feels like it's so far from now.
Ooh.
But it's really not that far from now.
I mean, how many episodes is that?
10 maybe. I don't know. I can't do quick math, bro. I'd have to count it. I'd have to pull my calendar out and count it. But yeah,
that's a lot from now. And who are we gonna have on?
I don't know.
Because we're gonna start taking.
Well, that's why I think we should talk about it now.
Yeah.
And the reason I brought it up was because I want to know the people. Do you want to see a live stream? Are you a marijuana smoker?
Live stream on what?
On Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just fucking, I just figured, because we had good conversations after the last live stream whenever I started smoking, and we were dying laughing.
Yeah.
And I just figured that might be something funny. I think it would be better as a live stream than like a pre-recorded scenario. Like, you know what I mean? Just to smoke and pre-record. I think it'd be better as a live stream because then we could kind of bounce off a chat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, if that's something you guys listening
We're gonna have live streams before that though, right?
Yeah.
At least more.
We'll have one at the end of this month. Like maybe next week or the week after. I don't know how many weeks are left in this month. I guess I gotta pull my calendar out that I didn't want to do, but so we got so next, all right, so this will come out on the 18th, and then one will come out on the 25th. So yeah, we can do the 30th of this month, and we can go live. That's a Saturday. Are you down with the 30th? Yeah, we can go live on the 30th. And then that'll technically be, then we'll use that as that'll post on the 1st, you know what I mean? Right. Which is February 1st. And then, yeah, we'll try to do it towards the end of the month, you know what I mean? But, yeah, I don't know, we got time to plan, but I just figured I'd throw it out there. I mean, we'll bring it up again, I'm sure, when it gets closer to it. If you guys have any ideas for guests
or
people, yeah, let us fucking know.
Type of people. Like, it
doesn't have to be specific, right?
Like, hey, I want to see somebody talk about elephants. Hey, I got a zoologist somewhere that we can talk to.
Talk to a zoologist. I can't wait till everything opens up, man. I can't, honestly, 2023 is not close enough, bro.
Yeah.
That's when we're moving.
Okay. Are you?
2023. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when Cheryl will be done with school.
Down here?
Yeah.
Let's get this shit popping so I can go talk to iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio?
They're like right across the street. Yeah. See if I can hop in a studio there. Maybe we can use their studio.
I don't fuck their studio. I don't want to use their studio.
Yeah, but they broadcast too, though. So
yeah, I don't know if I'd rather just do our own thing. Because then if you broadcast through them, then they I'm sure they got a thing where they own the rights to it. And
man,
I don't want to give up my rights, bro.
Yeah, bro, don't be that guy.
What do you mean? I don't know if I want to give up. Why would if like you? No, so
look. It's all circumstantial. So I don't think you could say I'd give away, the intellectual property without hearing the number.
No, but what I'm saying is, but your sequence of the conversation was, let's get this thing popping.
Yeah.
So we can talk to iHeartRadio. If we already get this thing popping, we don't need iHeartRadio anymore.
There's always room to level up.
100%.
Yeah.
But I don't think iHeartRadio is.
No. I'm just saying, like, we'll see what,
yeah, I mean, that's, it's very hypothetical at this point, but,
yeah, look at Joe Rogan, you never expected him to go to Spotify.
No, they threw a big enough number and they gave him enough freedom.
So,
and that would be, I'd be in the same boat as I'd want the freedom of, we still say whatever the fuck we want. Right. Exactly. I don't want someone telling me what to say.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's all circumstantial.
Actually, I could probably use someone to tell me what the fuck to say because I don't know what to say half the time. Maybe iHeartRadio, hit us up, man.
We can get more people involved in here, or you know what I mean, to like help, write some stuff or.
No, I think edit, once, I think for sure, once I move for sure and we get a studio, like once we're both in the same area and we get a legit studio, I definitely want to bring on at the very least a producer.
Right.
Like someone to handle all the camera change and whatever. It'd be a headache to do by ourselves.
I think that's why something at iHeartRadio might be good to, just talk to.
For sure.
Just take help from anywhere.
100%. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, 100%. But all right, guys, we almost ended the episode like 6 times already. So let's actually end the episode. Yeah. Thank you all for watching, guys. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, the like button, share this with your fucking friends. Our last video got whatever because we swore too much, I think, at the beginning. So we got to make sure. I'm pretty sure we did good.
We got demonetized.
And when I say no, we didn't get demonetized, but we got they didn't push ads to as many, basically.
Okay. Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, so that sucks because that was our best viewed, our highest viewed episode, and it's probably the least paid. We probably made the least amount of money off that episode, but that's okay. Bro. Yeah. It's mainly I'm sure it's me. I say fuck a lot, and they got a weird thing with the first 10 minutes, and I'm pretty sure when I said fuck you guys, that's what fucked it up in the first like 10 seconds.
Fuck you guys at the end.
yeah. We'll say fuck you guys at the end. That's it. Because YouTube doesn't watch that far. But all right. Yeah, guys. Make sure you follow us on all the social media and DM us if you have any questions or any ideas. Feel free to DM us on any of the social medias, and you can even send us an email at badposturepod@gmail.com. So send us an email. I don't care. Send us links to videos on the DM. Slide in them DMs, folks.
Look, you guys
send us a dick pic. We don't care. I'm starting OnlyFans. I need dick pics.
Our fans right now are our first fans, so they're important to us.
Right.
So your opinions matter.
Yeah, and we want to talk to you guys. We want to have, and if you guys want to come on here and you got a cool story you want to tell or whatever, a cool experience, we can try to work out how to get you on here. We don't know the full logistics, but we would like to. It'd be easier to figure out if we had someone to figure it out with. So if you want to be that person, let us know. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and
I got it. Yeah.
Have a wonderful day. Bye.
Do